We just had a session with Srijit Sarkar, who is the Director of HR at RedBus. Yesterday we had done a case in the class which was HBR case of Metaverse and e-learning at RedBus. And the class was excited to discuss how technology has forayed into HR. The idea behind all this was to ensure that the students get to learn firsthand from the protagonist about how he has integrated technology to create a learning ecosystem at RedBus. Technology has pervaded all parts of our life. Whatever we do since we get up in the morning, we use technology. Technology is a part of our home, part of our work, and so it is a no-brainer to understand that technology is also a large part of what we do in our businesses today. HR, which is considered to be an intervention with people, of course, therefore, has to be through technology also. And students need to understand how can they leverage technology to build in great HR experience amongst employees, amongst all stakeholders in the organization. As we just saw in this case itself, how RedBus is using AI, VR, integrated it into the experience that an employee can have during induction to understand the entire organization. So it has made it possible for employees across the world to be connected, to have interactions, and be a part of the same organization. So the way our curriculum is that we have some core courses. So amongst the core courses, digital transformation is a core course that we have introduced quite a few years ago. And as they go ahead and do courses which are about all the different HR functions, in each of the courses they learn about what is the technology that is being used for recruitment, for performance appraisal, for learning, so on and so forth. Over and above that, we have a course which is about digital workplaces, where we talk about how employees are interacting in a digital workspace. We also have another course in which we talk about the different AI tools which are being used in HR. For example, an AI tool being used for selection process or for performance appraisal process. So we're trying to bring in at least 5 to 6 such tools, those organizations, into the classes to be able to discuss the work that they do. Many organizations have started taking in virtual interviews. We're not sure at the back end, are they mapping the body language to some kind of tool that they have to understand the psychology of the person. They might be doing so because it is available, and soon it will come to a point where they will start using such techniques for the students. And I think our students will be prepared. Anyway, they are the late millennials or the Gen Z, they're used to the technology, and when we discuss that so much in the classes, they will be prepared for it, and it should be a seamless flow.
So it was a very enriching experience, because hearing from the protagonist himself gave us a sneak peek of what is happening in and around the industry these days, what are the current trends that are taking place, and what are the challenges that industries are facing. So adopting this kind of a technology like Metaverse, e-learning platforms or LMS is not only helping the organizations to remain competitive, but it is also providing a sense of comfort and belongingness to the employees, where they understand the organization culture better, where they understand what is happening with them and their colleagues, and even sitting at home they can understand what to do and what not to do. So it is very useful for fresh employees or freshers like us, because when we will enter the organizations, we will be able to understand the culture and the traditional practices more better. And these kind of technologies actually help us see the future of HR, of other domains as well. Like if I talk about situations like COVID, we never knew that COVID is going to come. But just after COVID, many organizations were clueless that how to engage their employees, what to do next, how to make sure that whatever they are training the employees for is remaining with the employees. So e-learning platforms not only help the employees understand their individual goals, but also helps them understand the alignment of the goals. And to be able to track our own progress is actually very motivating, because when we see the progress bar and when we see that now we are almost close to the target, actually gives us a sense of comfort and happiness, and we actually become more efficient and productive. So these technologies for us as future employees are helping us to understand what to do and what not to do. These kind of case studies, guest sessions, etc. help us to apply our academic knowledge with the practical concepts that are happening in and around the industry. We get to know what the industry professionals are doing right now, what is actually successful, and what things are facing challenges here. Understanding from the protagonist himself, he discussed various challenges that were actually there in RedBus and other case studies as well. One more thing that they are doing is, when they are trying to select future employees, they take a test. So to understand the governance and to monitor the test, they analyze the number of clicks that were there, if the future employee went to any other site while giving the test or not. Plus they also provided a well detailed feedback to the employees, even if they were being selected or not. So this practice of helping people grow in the industry is really good. It's there all because of Metaverse and these current technologies.